God bless you guys. Welcome back to another video. My name is Joe. I know it's been some time, but we back, and we back for good. Today I'm going to be speaking about how comparison not only kills your joy, but also kills your progress. So let's get into it. When you compare yourself, the comparison doesn't only kill your joy, but it also kills your progress. Second, you start watching somebody else's lane, you start slowing down on your own. You stop moving, you start doubting, and you start questioning every step that you take. Now your focus is gone. And that's where the real danger comes. Because your progress needs consistency, but your comparison breaks that. You were building momentum until you saw somebody doing better, and suddenly you forgot how far you came. You don't quit because you can't do it. You quit because you think you're behind. But ask yourself this: who is it that you're behind? Someone with a different story, someone with a different struggle, someone with different timing. Their race is not your race. The only comparison that matters is who you are today versus who you were yesterday. If you're growing, learning, and still showing up, then you're winning. Lock back in, and remember, stay in your lane. Comparison doesn't make you better. Focus does. Focusing on what God has given you. Not what God has given anybody else, but what God has given you. Let me tell you a story. 3 servants, 1 master, each one given something different. One got 5 talents, one got 2 talents, and one got 1 talent. They all had the same opportunity, but they all had different assignments. The first 2 servants went to work and multiplied what they were given. But the 3rd servant, he didn't fail because he didn't have ability. He failed because he lacked perspective. He looked at what God had given him and compared it to what other people had. And that comparison made him afraid. That comparison kept him stagnant. That comparison stopped him from receiving what God had for him. So instead of growing his talents, he buried it. And that's what comparison does. It convinces you that what you have isn't enough. That what God has given you is too small. That your starting point isn't far. So you stop moving. And so when the master came back, the problem wasn't the amount. The problem was the inaction. You weren't judged for having less. You were judged for doing nothing with it. Here's the lesson. God never asks you to multiply somebody else's talents. God only asks you to multiply yours. Comparison didn't just slow the growth, but it killed it. Don't bury what you've been given. Build it. Your growth depends on it. So next time you think about comparing yourself to somebody else, just focus on what God has given you. Because to those who do well what they are given, even more will be given, and they will have an abundance. But to those who do nothing, even what little they have will be taken away.